Good morning there. You're watching QTV this morning, and I am your host, Jennifer Sonko. So today, I'm not joined by my amazing co-host, Ibrahim Abalde, but I'm joined by my amazing co-host. I'll still give you the title. No worries. I'll still give you the title. My amazing co-host, Suleiman Dabo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning to you, Jennifer. Good to be here. Yes.
All right. Looking forward to a fruitful discussion. Why dama la balal nga yima def balde mom duma la ko def. Dama bay mu jalla because no munti mel suma mam nga.
Waaw. Mam kay la.
Mam nak way mam nak dang ko wara yab sax.
Waaw wa
Ke kanto sa mam ayut.
Mang la deglu. Lo ma def rek.
Basit Mati, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and it's always great having you here, you know. We get to have the honest conversations with you. But gentlemen, quickly, how was your weekend, Mr. Dow?
It was nice, especially yesterday with me. We had a kind of a reunion of former, not only classmates, but people who grew up together as young as 5 years.
Oh, wow.
We gathered together at a friend's house. So it was fun. That was a very good memory or reflection of our past.
Gathering you why were you normal of amon?
Everything was normal, Jennifer.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, no normal.
Everything was normal.
Aja, no problem. I'm Garek when old new.
Seth knows about it. He knows
How was your weekend?
Yeah, mine was good. You know, I started swimming lessons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, rock class. So decided to see whether I can learn. I think it's really important.
It's important,
you know, it's really important.
It's so funny that you said that, because for me, I'm more than a rock, so I wouldn't even try it. But interestingly, some of my family members went on a boat trip.
Oh, wow.
And I decided not to join them just because I'm afraid. So for me, swimming and anything that has to do with the river, it's not for me. So, you know, yeah. I'm sure some of them are watching. They are so disappointed in me, yes. And they're saying, yeah, he refused to join. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same, but I decided to face my fears and, you know, def direct and this moon tuti, because it's life skills, it's necessary.
It's very important.
And the good thing, Monica officers, you know, they're helping people like us.
Okay, maybe I'll join you
well.
to take inspiration from you.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
I'll give it a try. But aside from muneka life skill, put dimbale langa swim, exercise that time.
It's good.
It's some form of exercise. If you can't hit the gym, they do that.
I have back pain, but since these 2 days, and this mangi, everything mungi move. So I think it's a good.
It's a good thing. It's a skill that each one needs to have.
Definitely.
Why you never know.
Man, mom,
boat trip, the life jacket,
and you know, I spend a lot of my holidays in SL. You know SL, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I used to go there on vacation, and you know, we will go to the riverside. Everybody will be there. The grandma will be coming for me, especially because she knows this is somebody who has not this before, not done this before, so she will always be coming to pick me up from there.
You know, for me, I stopped telling people that I was born in Bakau, because then the question is, you are born next to the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but then, like you were saying, at a very early age, you know, people are usually scared of the ocean.
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
But then you help people, at least so that, you know.
It's good. It is good. It is a good thing. Ak Pekaay dañ mun fay waaye Souleymane moom kay munut so dafa ñëw te kii gan la dama dee ñëw dama dee dem holiday foofu ñëw jël
gan bi waaw
man moom dama dugg a waañ si weekend bi man tooga suma cuy kong bu sax waaw
koo yëkkal
man yëkkal suma maam
man sa maam laa te gisu
déedéet waaw waaye suma maam bu jigéen bu nekk Fajara yëkkal naa ko te mu ne neex na suma papa lekk na mu ne neex na
ma nekk kóotu fi nga
waroon loolu dafa waroon a am nag waaye next week yow wax ma loo bëgg ma toogal la ko dinaa ko
maa ngi xaar
waaw let's get right on to our African proverb now. Do you want to read it for us?
Yes, I can read it if I have it. Yes, I do have it here.
And it's right in front of you.
Yes, okay, there we go. When an old man dies, a library is born with him. Setmati, you will lead us in this discussion here. They know proverbs are not something.
No, it's really straightforward.
This is it, yes, and it is. Well, let's give the opportunity to.
So, what do you think?
To think.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, especially within our own context, and this is an African proverb, and here we talk about the importance of an elderly person within a community. These are people that, you know, from day one, you know, not possibly day one, but have been here for for whole history. They have witnessed people getting, you know, being born, getting married, all that. So that memory, if that person dies and if we are not able to translate it, I mean, transfer the knowledge, of course you say that a whole library is born, is basically born. Because of course, in our tradition also oral history is very important. So for me, yes, it's a very straightforward.
Yeah, I think it's really straightforward as well. It's just, you know, you couldn't have said it better. It's just about how knowledgeable, you know, older people can be, you know, because when you leave, it actually comes with experience. Tay man amna yo xamne di ngeen ko gis man duma ko gis because yena ma njëkk a juddu njëkk ma gis certain things. But it's about us using these individuals in the right way, you know, bringing them in to serve as our advisors. We talk about sometimes young people, they want to take the lead, but it doesn't mean that the older generation is not also necessary. We are talking about intergenerational dialogue, bringing in the older voices, bringing in the younger voices, and then together, you know, things will be able to change. And also, I know it's not really related to this, but it also draws my attention to the fact that when these individuals leave, we have to also, you know, award them. We have to reward them for the wisdom that they have. Gambia mean nañ xaar ba nit dee soog laa jox award te fekk yow knowledge bi nga share bari na. So in as much as we want to make good use of the knowledge that these older people have, we also have to reward them while they are alive for them to feel that, oh, I'm getting this award, these people recognize my efforts. Why Gambia fi so dee rek ñu laa jox award xam nga boobu tamit dafa xaw a demee boor tuuti.
ñun dañ dee fàtte a lot. Ba pare tamit, you know, you're talking about intergenerational issues, and I think they said in the morning when I was listening to Q Radio, you know, basically the topic was basically around that. How do we bring in the old and the young together, you know, to learn? Because when I look at this country, there is a whole gap between the older generation and young soon generation B. And that's why sometimes you see that disconnect when it comes to development.
Puts himself at. He's talking about older generation.
Said you,
when I was born at least 20 years after independence. So at least I'm talking about those that were born.
Bokut suñ generation.
Yeah.
Fofu dal la wax
so discriminatory.
Suñ generation bokku si.
And I'm so sorry.
No, but still, of course, they're older than yena ñu mag, but still, mun nañu wone benn generation.
No, said man maguma la. I'm not going to take that. But I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised that this thing is coming from Jainaba to accept the reality that yes, people who are termed old have a certain quality that young people need. They've lived longer, they've seen more, they've experienced more, and so they are ready to share more. Listen, I have let you... Thank you very much. You know, the thing is, young people now think they don't need old people. And you can't make good of this life if you don't want to learn from the past. You know, and people who are old are the repository of knowledge in the past. So you have to be ready to learn from them.
So I can say this because you know we do studies sometimes, we see the same narratives coming up. Young people enjoy magi buguño defal li magi tamine xalé yi dañ yakamti buguño def, but the problem is everybody is pointing at the other person.
So that should
be, and ku nekk dañ am responsibility. Xalé yi seen responsibility mooy ñu dem ñu jàngal ci magi seen responsibility mooy ñu jàngal xalé yi. But ñun suñ generation, you know, maybe we are too busy now. You know, we don't have those kind of opportunities now, you know, instead of going to the farm where it was also a teaching moment. Now, ku nekk ang ci office.
So I think the recognition, both groups need to recognize this. When the recognition is there that we both need each other, then it will have an effect on all of us.
Man dama di interact ak young people a lot te nangu naa ne ñoom nangu nañ te gis naa ko si ñoom ne nangu nañ ne mag dafa am taxawaay. Li ma gis mooy te waxuma ko su du dara de li ma teg suma bot la te dama ko gis te every day I'm dealing with it. Li ma gis mooy mag yi bañ a em fu ñu leen emale in the sense ne dañ ko seetee political party. Yow last time ñu ngi am dialogue at fii pala benn local hotel ñu wax si yëfi political parties yi naan na xale yi def ndanka yéen soo leen fa toogee bañ a retire génn ban xale mooy ñëw jël position bi soo nangu comme yéen a war a come to terms reality ne maa ngee mag dama war a puusu am na xale boo xam ne dafa war a ñëw nu ma faa gën a yàggee xale boobu dafa am mag te su magee dafa nekk the same age bu ma nekk te dafa xatal beneen ndaw.
man I feel ne
waaye xale yi daal nangu nañ si.
no waaye the problem moo nekk ne tamit ñun dañ dee expect pour gars yi retire bàyyi
Yeah.
You know, man sometimes if I had the opportunity, there is a certain age, I mean, based on their experience, I'm not treated. You know, but fini in terms of old age, we don't do policies. We don't think about
Correct.
So in most times, in the develop policies they are relevant when we become old. But they buy, retire. I mean, if you are part of the it's about the narrative.
Exactly. So let me for example, if you look in Senegal, just next door. I'm talking about those of us in the media. If you watch major television stations, CNN, BBC, Senegal and all that, you have these old, experienced people still leading the news. And they have young people. You know, they still have young people. But these young people are going there and they are learning from the old people. You know, they host programs, they do every kind of thing that old people are doing. But the old people are still there. So this recognition must be, no, seriously, look at the Gambia. Both GRTS and QTV, it's only young people who are the most programs are young people.
QTV example.
Exactly.
But the
so,
thing,
why have you?
No, the thing every day I want to hold some demographic profile.
Correct.
This country, majority of the population are young people. About 70% of the population are young people. But these young people also are people educated than their older generation because the opportunities older generation did not have it.
Yeah.
But the problem, what we have to do, both the old and the young, they are necessary and needed in the society. We need to create that gap. Gap bridge.
Yeah.
And then so that we can learn. Because if you ask me, people that I look up to, I look back in those people that were fighting for this country in 1965.
Exactly.
Not generation that come after. Because
That's
generation
right. That's right.
What we do, Monica, is more competition. But the people there, they fought for this country. They set up this space, and every generation create the next stage for the next generation.
I think it's important.
It's about nanguna man susuma bopa dama believe in intergenerational dialogue in the sense ñepp wara come together pour ndawi rew mi mëna dem ndawi rew mi rek mëna ñoo taxaw pour dëkk bi dem nanguna way su si kaw magi tamit nangu ne dafa am ndaw yu ñu wara pousse
Yeah, but you buy naan xaaral sa time.
Lan mooy xaaral sa time soo xaaral sa time
non mag bu nekk ci suma gis-gis mag bu nekk dafa bëgg pour xale di jàng ci moom man ci suma experience ak suma xalaat
dogo bi tamit
no it's not xam nga luy problème xam nga that's the problem though because xale yi dañ dee gis ne dañoo dogo to it's not dogo
taalibe
yu xam nga taalibe da ngaa nangoo nekk ak taalibe
man taalibe la
exactly kon soo nekkee taalibe da ngaa nangoo jàng
every step of the way li ma def dama inform ñooñu waaye man li ma mooy gis naa ko fi dund naa ko sax ay mag bugga nga dogo leen pour nga mee ko am na fi
it happens like there are things yoo xam ne young people are experiencing
da nga war a ñëw si ñoom di daw
there are things that young people are experiencing but man noo tax man I like dialogue because ñun dëgga xale yi dañu war a jàng si mag yi because there are a lot of things beautiful things yoo xam ne mu ngi happen waaye tey xale yi xamuñ ko waaw waaye dëgg bi tey moo tax ma ne soo xamutee fi nga dem da nga war a dellu
si waat lépp sa mag yi toog di léebal xale yi man bëgg naa dégg lépp
waaye léegi tamit su génération bi ba pare mun nañ koo document yéen a media bi
waaye daal mag yi daal nañ ko balance mag daal ku sa time jeex bum jeex mental xale bu war a ñëw nga may ko chance mu
léegi na ñaari guru xale tamit nangu ne dañu war a jàng si mag yi te mag yi war a nangu ne
man tey sa xoolal tey man ak nu ma nekk xale somebody who's supposed to take over from me da ngaa war a doon man tam suma taalibe soo doon suma taalibe ma teg la sa place
man si policy laay waxee comme tey xale yi ñu ngi nekk si government ñu ngi nekk place usually duñ dee create for policies foo xam ne for older age people la léegi tey moo tax that's the problem
exactly see but if you nekk ni we just go for a break and then when we come back
that this is a reality and we should be able to
loolu la rek waaye Mr. Dabo nekkatuloo youth nag nangul lii du dara let's go for a short break and when we come back the program continues.
Opticalia is a leading European brand which is now in the Gambia. Are you looking for glasses? Then you have come to the right place. As a first step, we will perform an eye exam to ensure we prescribe the correct lenses for you. After that, you can select a frame of your choice. We have a variety of brands in stock, and you will definitely find yours. You can have the full package of Frame Plus lenses starting from $990 up to more for the most fashionable options. Once you find a frame you like, your lenses will immediately be edged by our lab technician, Within 30 minutes, you will be able to leave with your prescription glasses and a huge smile on your face. How amazing is that? Visit us at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767-123.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV This Morning. I am Jenna Wasonko, joined by my co-host here, Mr. Suleiman Dabo, as well as our newspaper review guest, Said Matijau. You have the point?
Yes, I have the point. This headline reads, 2 minors allegedly killed in Kiang. And advocate nationalism, President Barrow tells journalists, vows to use laws. This one is also on President Barrow. He applauds ICDB Bank support to Gambia. And the Gambia Action Party endorses Mayor Bensouda for re-election.
Yeah, so here we have Digital Economy Minister speaks on walk so far, and also mentally challenged man kills 2 in Kiang. Women in trouble for allegedly circumcising girls. Yes, so that is all we have. So The Voice, we were talking about lunatic allegedly killed 2 minors in Kiang when we were talking about how we have a problem with the word lunatic, and you know that it's not the right word.
I think it's not the right word
to use.
That word should be thrown into the dustbin.
Yeah.
It should not be used, especially when it involves young people, minors for that matter.
Yeah.
I mean.
So judiciary validates draft bill for establishment of Judicial Training Institute. And also, judiciary validates draft bill for establishment of Judiciary Training Institute. Okay, 2 headlines in 1 page. The Voice, check yourselves. Maybe it's a...
There we go, said Mati. I guess the eye-popping headline is the 2 minors that have been killed in Kiang Jifaro. This is very unfortunate. We know we can't talk much about it. Actually, we're expecting
police PRO
will
have a
police
call.
PRO to but
them.
this is very close to home for me. I literally grew up in this area because my village and this village is about 5 kilometers from one another. This family, I know them. I don't know the mentally challenged individual, the 2 minors killed, but I certainly know the family. So this is very close to home for me. It's very, very sad.
Yeah, indeed, it is really sad, and we're really sorry for the loss. But you know, last week I think we were here, or a week before, you know, we were talking about the issue of mental health. I mean, and why, as a country, we need to take you know, priority steps to start seeing how we can help. Because at the end of the day, the well-being of the individual is very important. Sometimes we see people walking around, we don't even know what is happening. The stress level is really high. I think we need both in terms of policies, in terms of also service provision. You know, we need to start working on those things. In this country, we only have tanka. I mean, and there are a lot of challenges and problems dealing with that. And so even the discussion in terms of what word should be used and all those different stuff, the community, the people need to be, there needs to be those kind of sensitization, even beyond sensitization, because at the end of the day, it is happening. So for me, usually, you know, you look at this thing, it is happening somewhere, you think it is only happening there. Tomorrow we can hear something somewhere else. But how do we ensure that we start providing that kind of support to people? For me, I think that is what is very important at this minute.
I think it's really sad that we're still at the position of saying this is not the word to use for mental health related matters. I was expecting we've passed that stage of figuring out which word to use and which word to not use. I think it's really unfortunate, and you know, as a country, like you said, we should really take it seriously. But one headline that really caught my attention is the judiciary validates draft bill for the establishment of Judicial Training Institute. I think this is very important. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I was there on Friday. I mean, I was invited to the validation workshop. I mean, I couldn't agree. This is really, really important because, you know, there's a lot of gap in terms of our understanding of the knowledge of the law, and so having a training and research institute that can help in service judges to be trained, and magistrates and all those things to be trained. I think it is really important, and these are the kind of investments that I talk about, because if you look at this country for 2 decades, we've coming from dictatorship, but even if you look at our laws today, you see that quite a number of it is from a colonial experience. How do we move to a more free Republican society? I think we need those kind of engagement. And so for me, the validation was really engaging and interesting. And
I was there. That day, I think I saw you. As a participant, let me just ask this question because it involves a lot of stuff.
Right.
One thing is how the institute should be funded, whether the institute can sue and be sued. These were all things that were discussed. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is to have an institute that will deal with judiciary and staff of the judiciary. And one thing also that stood out to me is the invitation, the participants there were not only limited to the staff of the judiciary, but it involves other stakeholders, such as yourself, people in civil society, law enforcement, and on all that. How important was that bringing of different stakeholders to?
I think recently we have accepted generally, civil society, government, that when it comes to policy making, which such initiative was about, the input of stakeholders are very important. And so for us, for instance, at CRPD, we also embark on kind of trainings, but targeting civil society actors. And so bringing that knowledge was really important to help, share experience with the process. But I also think it also shows, is also showing the extent to which we have moved beyond, well, this is the role of government, therefore government should do it. Judiciary could have just validated like it was done in the past. I mean, just create a bill and say, okay, we're going to have an institute, and they don't look at input. But you're talking about resources, you're talking about capacity, you're talking about people that are going to benefit from those institutes. And one of the things that I was arguing there was that, I mean, of course, this is going to be owned by the judiciary, but it's not only the judiciary that's going to benefit from that. Because at the end of the day, media, people that want to understand the judicial process, I think there's an opportunity to also bridge the gap between the judiciary and the public. And in a democratizing society, sometimes you need that for people to understand so that they can use the judiciary more.
And I think people have really passed the stage of getting a degree or getting knowledge because they want to practice that. People now just want to understand dynamics. So I think that's a good point.
I think the Judge or Justice Suleiman Cherno Suleiman Jallow, he said exactly what you don't have to be a lawyer to understand or be very effective in the administration of justice in this country. You have to have, because we are all stakeholders when it comes to the judiciary.
The law is for all of us. I mean, if right now the law is there, it doesn't mean today if I commit crime, I mean, whether I am said Matthew or not, the law is there for me. So at the end of the day, these are the things that people generally we need to understand and then accept that at the end of the day, everything that we do, what we decide is for all of us. And therefore, we need to participate in such processes so that, our input, our understanding, and our thinking could also be there. That's why I always tell people that I don't go to events just to be there to sit and warm benches. I am there to participate. To influence the process. And that's what we are supposed to do as civil society.
So moving on, before we leave, I think it's important that we engage you on this, which is Women in Trouble for Allegedly Circumcising Girls. As an individual who has worked in such a space that has been advocating for so long against female genital mutilation. The law is there. We've talked about it several times. Actually, they've talked about, the woman and the amount of children. I think the ages of 4 months and a year old,
Yeah. I mean, I saw the story. I was really, I was sad, but I also at the same time was very happy in terms of...
At least we are seeing...
Yeah, in terms of how community members themselves were the ones that kind of bring the issue to life. And I think currently some investigation is being done. But one thing we need to accept is that female genital mutilation is a criminal, is not legal here. So therefore people need to be aware of those. But at the end of the day also, we know it's a cultural practice. We know it will take time for people to accept the law. But that's why it is important for civil society and other stakeholders to continue to engage in the dialogue. But at the same time, those that, go against the law, they need to they need to face it, because the law is there for all of us.
Yeah, I think we should give a thumbs up to Gamkotram.
Yeah, they did a really good job on following up on this one. Definitely.
This one also, before we end this discussion.
Yeah.
Advocate nationalism. President Barrow tells journalists and vows to use laws. I don't know what exactly he meant by advocate for nationalism, but I don't think
maybe reading through the story.
Yeah, I don't think there is any responsible journalist, any responsible journalist who wouldn't advocate for nationalism, because you belong to a country first before you become a journalist. So advocating for the interest of your country is good. I think the disconnect between journalists and the government is that government don't trust journalists because they believe they expose things that should not be exposed, things like corruption. So government are not much very friendly with people in the media. But the media also has a role. They have a duty. They have a job to do. And the job is to hold public officials accountable. When we have this understanding between government and journalists, I think we will both advocate for nationalism. Because I go back to the point, we are all Gambians first before being journalists or a public official. What do you think?
I mean, I always say that no government wants to be scrutinized, and generally people don't like that, but everybody has a role within the society. I mean, journalists, your role is to be a watchdog.
Correct.
Our role, civil society, is to be a watchdog. The role of the government is to provide service for the people. And so the idea for me is, how are we playing the role that is ascribed to us? And for me, in doing that, for me, the idea is like, we are not here to please anyone. And so everybody must do their job. Government must do their job. Citizens must do their job. If a government say we are building something here today, and tomorrow they change their mind and do something, you know, people need to know.
Would want to question.
Why
are you doing this?
So those are things that people need to know. But I agree that there's a need for us in this country. I mean, and I think for me, who should lead this process should be government. Bring the people, but government see themselves as like they are high there, and like we are
low at the bottom.
For me, I keep saying like we have this colonial kind of mentality when it comes to our governance. Government is about the people. And if you don't want the people, and the only way to get the people involved in a governance process is through the media. They need to know for them to act. And if they don't know, what do? They just keep spreading rumors, and the next minute everybody is in trouble.
If you let a vacuum to be created, you're telling somebody else to fill that vacuum. And that's what governments
And that's why we're having fake news, that's why we're having waiting everything, and then government start clarifying.
Reacting to stories when you should be the one who should be carrying the narrative.
Yeah, but also, you know, on the other hand, before the police PRO, the deputy police PRO is actually on the line in relation to this case, but I just need to say this. Journalists also have to be responsible.
Of course.
Because when the new dispensation came, we've seen the changes. We need to accept that.
Correct.
Absolutely. Talk, ethics zero.
They don't care.
Law when you govern, they don't. So in as much as we want to hold government accountable, in as much as we want to do everything, we have a responsibility to have both sides of the stories and balance them. In as much as government is not giving you the information, it doesn't mean you have to run with the wrong information as well.
Totally
because
agree.
that can affect our security.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
that is happening.
We have to be
responsible.
This
job. You see the problem in
media
this society.
do they bite?
Every institution in this country, in civil society, number one problem. Journalists, the same. People must be focused.
I think people now use the social media just to either...
citizen journalists. What am people say what is happening?
So Sid Mati, you just stay with us while we engage the deputy police PRO who's already on the line. Thank you so much for joining us, Deputy PRO.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning to you and the rest of your panel.
Yeah, so we're aware of the unfortunate situation that happened in Kiang. So what can you just update us from that?
Well, we do not have basically anything new. I've been having interviews this morning, and I confirmed the same story to them, that indeed the incident happened, an incident that claimed the life of two infants, one on the 1 year old and the other one 5 years old, by a suspect who is believed to be mentally challenged.
Okay.
And he's arrested right now, and the police are continuing with the investigation to find more facts. So I'm expecting more updates before the end of business today.
So, Mr. Dabo, when it comes to mentally challenged people, how do the police normally interact with people like that? Do you have a department that is responsible for people who are mentally challenged to report that they are mentally challenged, or their families to report that they have a member in the family who is mentally challenged?
Well, the mentally challenged people to have a place in this country, the psychiatric clinic.
No, I'm talking about the police department.
Treatment. So it is expected very much that anyone who is in that unfortunate circumstance or situation goes there. The police do not have any control over the mentally challenged people. It is beyond us. So, but I want to use this public opportunity to clarify this important issue. Someone asked whether we can arrest mentally unstable people or mentally challenged people. And the answer to that is yes, especially when they are involved in gruesome murder of this nature. They are suspect. Of course, they can be arrested. And it is the court to determine their mental state of mind.
Okay, but the other question is, do you have psychologists? Because obviously at the police, you need to have individuals from different sectors. So is there a psychologist in your setting to just ensure that at least when that person comes, because that person at that point in time has a right. Remember, this person is mentally challenged, maybe didn't even realize what he or she was doing. So do you have a psychologist who will actually talk to this person in the right way or handle the situation?
Yes, in every police station, for example, we have our CIDs, our intelligence, and normally they're prepared on all circumstances, including circumstances of this nature. And they know how to approach such people. Of course, you don't expect that anybody can interrogate and find some dependable facts from a mentally challenged person. But there are approaches here and there that they use. And they are in the know on how to handle such issues.
So these are trained individuals in the police, or they're just trying?
You are trained to handle all sort of situations. And
so there are no
I will not call them
specifics.
experts.
Okay.
I will not call them experts, medical experts or psychological experts. But I will say, yes, they are trained on how to handle such issues.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Can you tell us how the police came to receive this information? I know there's a police station in Sankandi, which is about 5-10 kilometers from Jifarong. How were you able to get information from Jifarong to Sankandi?
Yeah, we have some intelligence collections. Personally, I even received an audio message from a resident in Jifarong. And this is true for even the police station there, that they found 2 kids, infants, dead in 2 separate compounds. And that was there and then our police officers act swiftly to investigate the matter. And the prime suspect happens to be that person who is believed to be mentally challenged. And at some point, according to the report, he was already on the run. But we are able to apprehend him, and he's currently with the police.
Can you confirm?
It's all based on intelligent collections that we had, and we depend on that to act swiftly.
Can you confirm at this point the relations between the suspect and the victims?
No, at this point I cannot confirm that. I cannot confirm. So I'm expecting an update today before end of business to have detailed information about the further investigation that is ongoing.
All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Dabo. We are looking forward to more information as you get it. You know, just pass it on to us
so
for the dissemination.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
we
you,
really
Dabo. Thank you.
appreciate it. Yeah, so this is it. we can't further comment anyway because it's still under investigation. As Mr. Dabo said, as they get the information, then we will get it and inform the public accordingly. But once again, thank you so much, Said Mati, for joining us. So up next, $150,000 worth of furniture was presented to St. Peter's Technical Senior Secondary School by the St. Peter's Alumni Association. So in their quest to show appreciation and support the school that immensely contributed to shaping their educational career. So we'll be joined by the St. Peter's Alumni Association. Looking forward to that. You always have to give back. Have you given back before?
To
Ban school nga nekon?
Ban school. I went to primary school. I went to high school. I went to youth.
High school. Wow, wait. High school. Ban high school nga dem?
St. Augustine's.
Give nga back for.
Yeah, we have an association called. Yes, yes, yes. Actually, there is an event coming pretty soon.
Said Mati.
Well, you know, we've started setting up our
Anyway, Nusrat, focus. You am alumni, but I obviously give back in my own way doing press.
Well, I know St. Peter's are following the
St. Peter's Dal we have to emulate. St. Peter's emulate St. Peter's
they're following in the footsteps of St. Augustine's. St. Peter's will they will be the
first. Let the debate
start.
start. Let's go for a short break. We'll be right back.
Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Sherry, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motor services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 352222 353-4444 or locate us on the Bertil Harding Highway. Espas Motors. Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford, and now we bring you the new Peugeot model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system.
Medicalia is a high-quality clinic from Europe, which is now in the Gambia. Do you have an eye problem? Do you feel a hearing difficulty? Medicalia is here to ease the pain for you. The first and only hearing aid dispensing facility nationwide, where patients can be tested and treated to recover from their hearing loss. Fitted with latest generation equipment, our doctors can provide healthcare assistance for eyes, ears, nose, and throat. Common diseases like glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy can be diagnosed and followed up for fast and correct treatment. Make your appointment with the eye or ear, nose, and throat ENT specialist today to relieve any pain you might be feeling, as consultants are available daily. Contact us for more information. Visit us at Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767123. Medicalia, premium care, personal touch.
Sunyu Bundle. QCell Sunyu Bundle is the fastest, most reliable, and affordable bundle package in the Gambia. Whether you work, go to school, farm, or simply surf the internet, Sunyu Bundle is the best package for you. Get bundles from 20 megabytes to 13 gigabytes by just dialing *303# to subscribe and start enjoying the cheapest internet tariff on your favorite social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, and many more. So jump on the Sunyu Bundle family and get connected with the best data packages at affordable prices. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyu Bus. We innovate, others follow.
welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. So I'm here with my amazing co-host, Mr. Suleiman Dabo. So like I mentioned before we went for the break, $150,000 worth of furniture was presented to St. Peter's Technical Senior Secondary School by St. Peter's Alumni Association. So we're joined by the members of the alumni here. We're joined by our very own Auntie Elena Cole and also Francis Mendy. Thank you so much for joining us. Why is this donation necessary, Auntie Elena?
Good morning, viewers. Thank you, Geneva and Suleiman. I would not start the conversation. I will give the honor to my president.
Okay.
Francis is actually
All right.
the president
Mom
of the alumni. If he does, then I will do it.
Please go ahead.
Permission, ma.
Delo Jukel.
Delo.
Why SPA? We call ourselves SPA, which is the St. Peter's Alumni Association. A few of us came together after several years of not, having seen ourselves and having been talking about the fact that we need to do something for our school. So we came together and we formed SPA, and our goal is actually to give back. That's the bottom line. It's not an Osusu, it's not a Kabudu where when Fra gets a second wife, we all rush there and contribute or take money from our coffers. The money that we raise for SPA is for St. Peter's, it's for the school.
For the school.
Yes, because St. Peter's made us. St. Peter's contributed a lot to us. We went to St. Peter's in the 80s, and we know what the quality was. We know what we got from St. Peter's. A lot of people, when I talk, will ask me, where did you go to school? Did you go to school in the UK? And I would always laugh. I would say, born and buttered.
At St. Peter's.
In the Gambia. In Lamin.
Exactly.
St. Peter's. So that's why
Yeah.
SPA came to birth.
It's good to always give back. And Geneva challenged me and said, and that was a good challenge. With all jokes aside, really, it's a good challenge. It's always good to give back to a community, especially that contributed a lot to your forming, to becoming who you are. But I just want to ask this question: is there any specific area at the school that you must have noticed needs some support or attention, and then you decided to do something like this, Mr. Francis?
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here this morning. For a very long time, education in the Gambia was mostly provided by missionaries, of course, along with Gambians who were trained to, provide this very, very important service.
Right.
And many Gambians benefited from the benevolence of these missionaries,
True.
Ourselves inclusive. And we felt that it was time, because if all these missionaries are retired, some have passed on, it is time for us as Gambians to also do something for our own children.
Correct.
Now, across the country, when it comes to sanitation, we have a problem. And the first thing we saw at the school was the state of the toilets.
Wow.
Now, our batch left St. Peter's in 1988. Like 29 years later, like she said, a few of us met in Lamin. And we realized that the toilets we used almost a generation before were still there in a very bad state.
Wow.
By the way, we were showing video of your donations to the school.
Oh, great.
The furniture.
Yeah, the
Oh,
furniture.
brilliant.
Yeah.
So the idea was to build modern toilets.
Right.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, there was a fire outbreak in the school, and the admin block was gutted. And then, by divine intervention, MRC Holland came into the scene and provided a new admin block.
Right.
Then they also said they will do the toilets. So we said, okay, we had then started mobilizing funds from the contributions of former students. By the way, we have about 52 officially registered members, but St. Peter's has already churned out thousands of students
Yeah.
who are in all walks of life, both in the Gambia and abroad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was then that we went back to the drawing board and decided that, okay, since we are no longer going to be able to put the toilets up, can we furnish the admin block? So we went ahead and provided the furniture for the admin block. You see, so really what gave us the motivation to come together was initially to ensure that we were able to contribute to giving the children an environment that is conducive both for the students, the teachers, and visitors to the school by fixing the toilets.
Yeah. So I'm so happy you talked about missionary schools, because I'm a beneficiary as well. As I went to St. Teresa's, you know, and most of amazing people in society currently went through that. And I'm happy that you're taking over from these individuals now that you know some of them have passed on or are even tired and need a rest. But Auntie Elena, you said something very important. You used was, education was at the time. So what do you see now? Are you seeing something different? That is why you said.
Are you talking in terms of quality?
That's what I'm talking about, because she said.
And in terms of quality, are you relating it specifically to St. Peter's? Or
well, generally, because whatever affects them affects other, you know.
Geneva, I think it's an open secret
Yeah.
that education, when I went to school, was far better than now.
Okay.
I graduated, this year is going to be 35 years. And I have not sat in a university building. I still write better than a lot of university graduates. And I speak better English because we had teachers who were good. And we had administration where quality was not compromised. So yes, education was better. And in our quest to still ensure that education continues to be good, we feel we have to do something. So for us, yes, we've started with infrastructure, and the reason being that it's important for the learning environment to be conducive.
True.
You cannot tell children that you have to bring me A's when they're sitting on the ground.
Correct.
Or when you have 4 kids sitting at a desk.
So true.
So the learning environment needs to be conducive. And we're coming, because we're doing the learning environment. Then we're going to be looking at children that deserve to be supported.
Nice.
Because my philosophy, and Fra being of the old school like me with our generation,
Yeah.
our philosophy is that when we give you, we need to be able to see the return.
True.
I don't believe in just going to school. School has to go through you.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling people. I tell people that man emuma assembly, dama dem class. Ma tok ma harvest.
Manage Emuma Assembly.
So
Emuma Assembly.
Interesting. This, I'm so glad. I'm so glad we're having this conversation because Francis raised an issue that has to do with generally our attitude as Gambians, and that is to take care of things that belong to the community.
True.
Missionaries that were coming here
Wow.
were not billionaires or millionaires, no. But they realized there's need to support, to give back to community, to support human beings. Generally, that was their conviction. That's why they did what they did. I benefited from it. When I sat to my O-levels in 1994, the person who was responsible for paying my school fees was no more in the country. I don't have to go into details what happened.
Yeah.
So I was stuck between sitting to the A-levels or leaving school at O-levels. Father Murphy, Francis knows him. He stepped in and paid for my A-levels 2 years. So I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for people like him. And anytime I can support anybody in any way, shape, or form, I think I will do.
You should.
With people like you. Schools like St. Peter's, St. Augustine's, Gambia High School, Nusrat High School. These were the best schools in this country, and Armitage High School. So these schools, right now, when you go to them, yes, it is true. We cannot say there's no quality at schools right now, but they can't be compared to before. But what we can do as people who have gone through or have seen what has happened in the past is to do things like what you people are doing.
Yeah.
I think it's just commendable.
Yeah, but also Auntie Elena, said something very important. I don't want to bring up a debate. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is that, at the time, like you mentioned, quality was different. All you needed was even just high school certificate to get certain jobs, but not now when you need a master's degree or a PhD, kind of because times have changed. You have to go through all of these levels to be able to do that. Why in university? I'm like, no, what if me?
No,
university,
because I have made sure that my own children went to uni.
Wow.
Because just like what you were saying, I realized that when I left school, a high school certificate was okay to get a good job.
Correct.
Yes.
But now
it's not
okay. And I ensured that my kids went to university.
So
that was a non-negotiable.
Absolutely.
There was no discussion about that. And every time I talk to young people, I make them understand that high school, Yoruba. Even uni, first degree.
Because it's past that stage.
Because you are thinking that, oh, I'm earning 10,000. My friend, your mates are bringing home 100,000.
Yeah.
I want my daughter to bring home 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's absolutely true.
Very true.
The thing is, education. You are the educationalists here. What I've seen in young people now is that they want to get quality without making the real effort. And so you must be ready to put in the effort, to get what you want. So just to say you are going to school, you are going to university, and you're passing exams, you can pass all the exams all the way to masters. But the quality in you as an individual can be challenging when you find yourself in certain offices that you aspire to work for. What do you think?
Yeah, that is true. Anyway, but anyway, we all agree that times have changed, and like you said, you had to tell your children that you have to go for masters, you have to go for this. It has to change. So do you go for elections normally, and change the presidency? How does it go about? That's very interesting to know, because it seems you have a whole democratic system in place.
Oh, yes.
That's amazing. How do you go about
the
that?
The president don't want to say anything.
President
Bibabu. Well, if he doesn't want to say anything, I'll say it.
Auntie Ellen, I think you go ahead.
Mr. President.
SPA is 5 years old. We started in 2017. And when we started, we had an executive. And the executive served for 2 years. And then in the third year, COVID hit us. So when we went back to our General Assembly talking about changing the executive, they were like, no, they were arms up in the air. No, you're not going anywhere. You just started. This is a baby. Because in our constitution, the mandate is 2 years.
Okay.
So we rotate every 2 years. But we've been there since we started. And it's because the General Assembly has given us the mandate for a second term.
Okay, that's acceptable.
That is the reason why we're there. So we have members of the executive, and they're both in country and in the diaspora. And we have liaison persons in different places, in the States, in the UK, Sweden.
Amazing.
St. Peter's is all over the world. They're dotted everywhere and doing marvelous.
Well, this is a perfect example of how well and $150,000 is
it's amazing. I don't know whether you guys have any plans to expand to other areas, because I know, like I was giving myself as an example, there are students who are still out there who would need financial support to be able to continue their education. I don't know if those are things, areas that you think about.
Yes, like she already indicated, I believe we are in our second and final term, and I really would, before I come to that point, like to use the opportunity to, reach out to all the former students of St. Peter's High School to come on board. Because we have different classes. The school was established in 1975. So I guess the first batch must have graduated in 1980. So you have a class of 1980. Now, if you look at that batch, today they are all, if not all, most of them are retirees. So this idea of having classes is very good, but we are working in silos. You can do a lot in silos. But when we come together, we can move mountains. And secondly, the Alumni Association is going to outlast every class. We are now in our 50s. Some of us in the next 5 years, 6 years will retire. With time, we will fade away.
That's true.
And the class of 88 will no longer be mentioned.
That's true.
So the Alumni Association is the body and medium through which the school will be dealing with its former students through an institutionalized medium. So we need to come on board. So I want to just appeal to my brothers and sisters in the different classes to step back and reach out so that we can all come together and be able to support our school. Now, in relation to our activities, we just started, but the idea really is to help the school. Okay, first and foremost, we want to bring students, former students together, and even the descendants of St. Peter's, alumni who wish to join are welcome. So that we do not only maintain the relationship that we started while going to school, but we even ensure that we improve on that. We also mobilize resources for the school, human, material, financial, technical, provide internships. It's in the pipeline because we work in different and diverse fields. Provide scholarships for needy but deserving students, like she said. Okay, but also contribute in improving the infrastructure and environment in the school to make it conducive, and also contribute to preparing our children going to St. Peter's, but also ensuring that we equip these children to shape that future. It's very, very important.
It is.
Thank you so much.
And so we are really grateful for this opportunity. I believe we may have the opportunity, and then other members of the executive and the membership, general membership will have the opportunity also to maybe have this opportunity to interact with you and share with the world what we have for our alma mater.
Correct. Jenaba, before you conclude, Mr. Elena, if we call on Francis, please don't hesitate to release him to come join the St. Augustine's Alumni Association.
He's already there.
I'm there.
See? Yeah, so,
Okay. No, St. Augustine's,
they are doing amazing stuff. Oh, yes.
Okay, kon ñom tam nañ ñëw wax lu ñoo lañ def challenge. So fi mu nekk ni Alumni Association yi daal dañoo challenge guys.
Exactly.
Na ku nekk wane lu moo def.
Do something. Yes, it is. Yes, all the schools need to do exactly. It's good. The schools need our support.
Reach out to Mr. Rodin Rena.
Wow, num gëna comme na competitive sa su jaré ñu am competition sa ñu am competition.
Exactly, it's good. It's good.
Dafa green. Mu ne flag bi dafa green. Waaye Nusrat baax na daal man Nusrat laa dem nag xaaral su bu dinaa yëngal gaay tuuti gaay yëngu boor boobu. So we will just now go for a short break, and when we come back we'll be joined by a representative from Gambia Participates. So Mr. Dabo, Gambia Participates with support from the International Foundation for Electoral Systems under the Anti-Corruption Treaties and Standards, has been working and supporting the judiciary in developing a standard curriculum on ethics and conduct for Gambian judges and magistrates. So they had this training for Gambian judges and magistrates, which was a 2-day training on conduct and ethics. So we'll be joined by a representative.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll just go for a break, and when we come back, we'll delve into that.
By Komene Woni Network, Burado Holorede, ko Lady Gambia do, QCell continue a dangol on internet service Holorado, ko Lady Gambia do, e 4G plus internet speed on men innama, no yavi tenon kadi no holora, watu kala dula, e QCell. Nabu QCell SIM card Johnny Yahuka QCell customer care center ji ko lady do fina fitoroda odo 4G plus internet yawudo ko lady Gambia do fi hebgol hen ko labi ida wawi nodude QCell customer care e 111 QCell sunyubas menen udditi lawol ngol si wobbe jokki.
QCell GSM company minna yirwa tariata Gambia Bankoka. QCell la 4G plus network ya banko bela mura. Andung ala internet o tariata sidula saba katambi nyongola. Sound sign yesta 335 # kumandi. Yada di kemuna fang 4G sobe wala. QCell Gambia la network lanna yaringo.
QMoney is back again with its easy-to-use, secure and convenient mobile app that allows you to carry out all your transactions. No matter where you are or what time it is, you can always access your funds. With the new QMoney app, you can cash in and out, buy credit, buy QPower, shop, make payments, and so much more. You can also send QMoney, pay bills, receive international remittances, and transfer cash to others. Just download the app from your Play Store or App Store and get started. For more information, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sinu Calpe. We innovate, others follow. Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at Q South Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boosterview Turntable. Contact us on 333-3217 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. So like we mentioned, the Gambia Participates has, decided to converge a 2-day training for Gambian judges and magistrates in relation to judicial ethics and conduct. Mr. Dabo.
Yes, interesting.
Yeah.
Miss Fanny.
And now we're joined by Fantasar from the Gambia Participates.
Let's hear from the horse's mouth. Why that 2-day retreat? What was the essence of it, and what have you guys been able to pull through from it?
Good morning, once again. Thank you for the invitation. I think it's news to everybody that corruption is, a human killer that we really have to, fight against. And countries have commitments to ensure that corruption, if not eradicated, but at least minimized, and that is what we're working towards. Countries have international images to protect, but also commitments that they've made to certain protocols, like the Gambia is a signatory to the AUCPC and the UNCAC, that is United Nations Convention Against Corruption, and to ensure that they minimize corruption at most if possible. And in ensuring we do this, the judiciary is an instrumental institution that is, critical in fighting corruption, because these are the courts. And over the years, if you look at the trajectory, you understand Gambia, the citizenry have reposed so much confidence in the judiciary. This is why when we want to seek legal remedy, we're always, that is our first place of approach. So it's really important that we, put them first in making sure corruption is combated, and that is the reason why we had a 2-day retreat, which was, we only facilitated it, but they did the development of the curriculum. They trained their magistrates on, modalities of this curriculum and how they could use it to, you know, capacitate themselves, build more on their integrity, because the judiciary is, like I said, an instrumental institution, and their integrity is really key. It really matters. And that is why we had to converge them to ensure that they deliver this training for magistrates to capacitate them more. This was done with the International Foundation for Electoral Systems, because they did the technical support, and we just merely facilitated it for the judges.
We should have also got a representative from the judiciary,
yeah,
as they actually did the facilitation. But we can do that in a subsequent program. Is this in relation to the institute that has been launched?
Yes. That's actually critical. Yes. I think the events happened side by side. And the same day they did the validation on Friday. That was a work in progress. We actually met the system there. It was not really per se institutionalized, and I think that is why they're working towards making sure they institutionalize it, because progressive judiciaries around the globe have judicial training institutes, because you have magistrates coming in, people coming in freshmen, you want them to serve as magistrates, first class, second class, third class. They need to go through a system. There has to be a system in place for them to ensure they know this is how the judiciary works. This is how you adjudicate cases, case management, judgment writing. These are things that they've done, but they need more expertise on, because you're coming to adjudicate an entire case that you were not privy to. So it's really important that you know some of these things. A lot of fundamentals have to be put in place, and that is why a judicial training institute is really important, and that is why Gambia is actually the judiciary is also working on, which is really, really important. So we are sort of supporting that as well. It is just coincidental that it's simultaneous, and exactly.
And it's a blessing at
it's
the
a
end
blessing
of the day,
because
it's the same thing.
It's the same things we are
And I think this is important because judges sometimes also come from, not just in Gambia, but judges who come from outside. You want to take them through your own institute so that they understand your own narrative, rather than just getting them into the system.
This is a good one. That is like common law, common law countries bringing their judges from Nigeria and Ghana coming through. The systems may be the same, but there could be a little bit of differences at some point. So you need to know the culture, and you need to be in the system. So this is why they are taking them through this.
Both common law and customary law.
Exactly, so and they're both applicable in all of these countries.
I was just going to ask if it is only corruption that you guys will be looking at, or you have other areas too that you
in respect of the training.
Or you mean Gambia participates?
No, I'm talking about Gambia participates.
As an institution? Oh no, we focus more on fiscal transparency, but that of course is broad, because it has to do with the budget, it has to do with audits, so it's really important. We focus on also elections, because we observe the presidential elections.
That's what I wanted, because what you're saying, physical and all that, they're all financial.
So we observe presidential elections, parliamentary elections, 2021, 2022 respectively, and we're also hoping to observe the local government elections that is forthcoming.
I was going to come to that. How prepared is the Gambia participates ahead of the local government elections?
We are hoping to observe it, because previously we did a long-term, short-term observation for both the presidential and the parliamentary elections, but that may not be feasible this time, given the time frame is really short. So I'm afraid we may not be able to do that. But definitely we are sure to observe.
Do you apply to get the observer status, or you just?
Officially, we started observing last year, 2021, so there's a history already. So all we need to do is just write to the IEC to inform that we'll be observing, and we would be needing a certain number of accreditations for observers on the ground, because without that, you are not recognized.
So are we going to benefit from the marble this time? Are we going to use the marble?
Certainly. There are further enhancements and so many features to the marble to even make it more user-friendly.
No, the marble is an app, it's an election app. He's new here, so it's fine. So it's okay. So the marble is an election. Okay, delve into that for him.
The marble is an election app that does
Don't
projections
listen to this lady right I'm not old and I'm new.
No, you're not old. You're certainly not old.
Right.
He's still young, Jay. By the way, so it's an election app that we've developed. It's used to project election results, not live, live election results, but that is when the IEC has already announced the results, because it is the only body as per law that is mandated to, publish certified election results. So if we do that, that is contrary to the there are regulations and you cannot do
But
that.
I think,
But our results are 99.9% accurate as that of the IEC, I can tell you for free. And it's user friendly.
Advocate to have that law changed, so when you can confirm results at a particular polling station, you can just go ahead and make the announcement? Why does it have to be the IEC?
I don't think that would, because you may have conflicting results.
No, what I'm saying is, if this is a polling station right here, and counting is done here, you have IEC, you have the media, you have observers like you, and they've all confirmed a particular result in this particular polling station. What's the problem?
That's a discussion for another day. Due to time constraints, that's a discussion for another day. But I see where you're coming from. I think this is a discussion that we had during the presidential election. But yeah, it's a conversation for another day. Thank you so much, Fanta. It's always good to have you here. You know, very articulate. You know, whenever she's here, you know, she just fires as we.
She's a young person who's learning from old people.
Well, I do not know that. I don't know that.
I'm just telling you.
Anyway, thank you so much, Fanta. So now, from this, we're heading right on to the click segment, the most interesting part. Information. Let's go for a short break.
Sunyu Bundle. QCell Sunyu Bundle is the fastest, most reliable, and affordable bundle package in the Gambia. Whether you work, go to school, farm, or simply surf the internet, Sunyu Bundle is the best package for you. Get bundles from 20 megabytes to 13 gigabytes by just dialing *303# to subscribe and start enjoying the cheapest internet tariff on your favorite social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, and many more. So jump on the Sunyu Bundle family and get connected with the best data packages at affordable prices. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyu Bus. We innovate, others follow.
QCell Sunyu Bundle mooy bundle package bu gën a gaaw ànda ko lute te it gën a yomba bundle package yi yépp ci réew mi fii bu nekkee yang sa liggéey kaay ci school bi ci tool bi duga rek ci internet bi Sunyu Bundle moo gën ci yow mun ngaa jëfandikoo bundle doore ko 20 megabytes ba 13 gigabytes dialal *303# nga dal di bànneexoo internet tarif bu gën a yomba nga duga ci Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp ak lu bari dawa léegi nga bokka ci njoboote Sunyu Bundle bi pour nga mun a connect ci data package bu gën a yomba pour am cellulaire koolal QCell customer care ci 111 QCell Sunyu Bus ñoo xaali yoon bi ñeneen toppa.
Opticalia is a leading European brand which is now in the Gambia. Are you looking for glasses? Then you have come to the right place. As a first step, we will perform an eye exam to ensure we prescribe the correct lenses for you. After that, you can select a frame of your choice. We have a variety of brands in stock, and you will definitely find yours. You can have the full package of frame plus lenses starting from $990 up to more for the most fashionable options. Once you find a frame you like, your lenses will immediately be edged by our lab technician. Within 30 minutes, you will be able to leave with your prescription glasses and a huge smile on your face. How amazing is that? Visit us at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767-123.
Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Chevy, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motor services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 35-2222-2, 353-4444, or locate us on the Bertil Harding Highway. Espas Motors. Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer before. Chery, Kia, Ford. And now we bring you the new Peugeot model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels. 216 inches high ground clearance. Keyless entry system. Start and stop button. Rear parking assistance system with reverse camera. Adaptive cruise control with speed limit. LED daytime running lights. Front and side airbags. 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espace Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-2222 or 353-4444.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. And now, Mr. Darboe, a lot of information I got today, and I'm still trying to process it.
Yeah.
So to further help me process it, digest it, and every other thing, we're joined by my man, Kangman Sweezy. Okay?
I swear, if I listen,
Hype girl.
Listen, trust me, man. I swear, yeah. If I have the chance to go on the European tour, you come with me.
I'm gonna be your hype girl. Like if I'm not there to hype you, it's not happening.
When you're not here, I'm always on. I'm not on.
I know. Excuse me.
Man. And good morning, guys. With me in the studio, I have Alex Gambino.
Yes, my bro. How you
and
doing,
Black
man?
Boy.
True.
Welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah.
And trust me, man, they're all first timers on this platform.
Nice.
But today is something different as well, man. So yeah, Alex.
Yeah.
How is the weather?
Well, it's calm, man. It's hot, man.
It's hot.
Yeah, nice and hot.
Nah, it's
man.
cold today this morning, though.
Well, no, man. It's hot to me, bro.
How about you, Black Boy?
Yeah. We outside, for the first time morning show. We here, QTV live, tuning Black Boy thing. We're there straight.
This guy's a banker. He has never had the time to come on this show, but he's on leave currently, so he had to be on the show today.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alex, tell us a bit about you, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm an artist from the UK. Yeah, I do music. I do drill music. Do every type of music.
And you're repping the Gambia as well.
Yeah, repping the Gambia. Yeah, man. 100, man. 100%,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, Black Boy, but you as well, bro. Because man, I know you personally, man, but I want the people to know you. I want Jennifer to know you. I want Mr. Darboe there to know you.
Yeah.
Today, bro.
Doing it big, as always, there. Representing the Gambia. Standing unique as always. The identity stays out, If you see me, black.
I know, man.
Yeah.
So, Abs, I want to know about your musical journey, bro.
Yes, bro.
Because I get to know you a few years back, but yeah, man.
Yeah.
With what you've been doing in the UK and representing the Gambia as well,
Yeah.
it's getting out there, man. People are getting to know you as well.
Yeah,
But
man.
first
Thanks,
of all,
bro.
I want to know about your musical journey as well, bro.
What do you want to know, bro?
Tell me a bit. What inspired you to do music?
I've liked music from when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And as I grew up, I just started writing music. Just started off just rapping to my friends and that. They're like, yeah, you should do some videos. Then I started making videos, and everyone was just liking it, man. So that's how it just started, bro.
Yeah, man. Now, Black, you, man, the EP is out.
Yeah.
The EP is out. The EP is fire as well, man.
Black
and my
and
favorite song from the
Yeah.
EP is Nah.
Yeah.
I told you this
everybody's
the last
favorite
time.
song.
That song is
Yeah.
always on repeat because, I love my mom so much. And the storyline in the song actually.
I've been
tells a lot
watching
of
it.
stories
I've been
as well,
watching
man.
it,
Yeah, exactly.
The TV been playing it all along,
Yeah,
all
so
along.
take us through the journey of working on the EP.
Yeah, it takes a lot of, time, a lot of labor work, especially financially also, Gambia, they overspend, especially when you're not in a label, you have to, so big you look classic. If you want to go there, you have to do something that will take you there.
Exactly.
You have to change levels. So changing the level, that's financially, so have to pull out money, put on production, you have that high.
Right.
To people know that you know what you're doing with classicness.
Yeah.
The video also, you see the video with Anne,
Sorry, bro.
we make sure that everything that we are delivering like classic, step by step.
Right.
If it is trash, we leave it aside.
That's the vibe.
Now, Alex.
Yeah.
Trust me. How is the Gambian music industry for you as an artist? Because I know you're trying to penetrate back home. Because when I watch your videos, you're rapping Gambia full time.
Yeah.
You did a song with Fats, and Fats was here last week.
Yeah.
Tuesday as well. The song is lit as well, and you just dropped another song as well.
Yeah,
with the
man.
Gambian flag highly represented in the video.
Yeah, bro.
So
Man.
how are you planning on taking over the industry out here as well?
Yeah, man. I like the Gambian industry, man. Like Gambia is very talented. Like there's a lot of talent here. I'm trying to start
working with some artists here as well. You know, hopefully if I go, I'll do a couple of features here as well. And yeah, man, make sure my name's heard in Gambia a bit more, man. You know?
Gambian, bro. Yo, Black Boy,
man.
I want us to premiere your video, the Now video, on this show, man. So let's do it. You're doing the premiering today. So I want you to premiere it for the fans out. Jennifer, you're going to premiere our video, but for now,
no
I want him to premiere his video, man. Let's get it going, bro.
Live with one of the greatest videos. What's the Highlight Award we coming this year? Video of the year. Now by Black Boy. Y'all watch it out. Straight.
We'll be right back.
Tina musulotai, japot minga polo nyai. Pagel budul dan yow rek ne sama xol. Lu tax may joy di la xol, sama yaram day daw. Mul musa am di ko fade, yaay li mu daj dafa mete. Ila ala di joy, la gere bi joy. Di mol man bete ya, ila di sol man sene ya. Me and mom used to suffer, nobody helped even suma boka. Sang mol man bete ya, ila di sol man sene ya. Di matapa come over, I just wanna live life with a lover now. Now ila do I let ya be now. Sang the serious santo now. Now ila do I let ya be now. Ibe kan tele, alman sele no. Now ila do I let ya be now.
Now, hey, trust me, I just don't want to play the entire video because it gets me emotional, man. You know when you love your mom to the extent, this song is always on repeat, I'm not going to lie.
Nice.
It's a really storyline. It tells a lot of stories in the song.
And it's a real life story too.
Exactly.
Yes.
Amazing.
Now, ours, man, Jennifer, give me the pleasure.
So what's the name of the video?
The video is called Disguised.
Disguised?
Yeah, Disguised.
Then?
I was going to read that.
I'm going to the sky. So this video by Ams taking me to the skies in a good way.
So yeah,
let's take a look at it.
I'm ready for this video, man.
Let's go.
Speak my fucking rights. You niggas know what time it is.
Okay.
You already know about me. I linked up my Southside G, House Gambino. So you already know it's gonna be a mad thing. You see this one? This one's called Disguise. So my G, do your thing, fam.
Stepped in the scene, no eyes on me, cause they know that I roll with the wickedest guys. I don't really know you, who's this guy? Don't do it bait face, do it disguised. In love with a drug man, really it's nice. Ends really come hot, pull it Dubai. OCD, tap 3 times. You never been in the truck is a lie. You never chilled with the cats is a lie. Officer, I wasn't there's a lie. Me and bro really step with a 9. Up out the ride and we're dishing up buying. 2 in the dots, 4 and a 9. 6 in the spin, ruin your spine. 3 bro, he's doing up time. Pull up at cribs if you touch one of mine. Yo, looking at bro like nigga, you're mean. Goddamn, how you doing like that? Bad B walk past, I'm loving that face. Goddamn, but look at that back. No Joseph Coney. Been about from child like a soldier and that. OT, I'm dishing them packs. That cash, I'm bringing it. Had me on the wing doing extra time. Doing up social exercise. He said I was the one with best supply. Catting on deck, I was extra nice. This baddie on me, she's mesmerized. Stamina on deck, this exercise. Who said gangsters never cry? RP more, man, legends never die. Catch him on the beat.
Trust me, man. Trust me, man. Take us through this video, man. This video is sick. I love the one mood in the video.
Yeah,
it's
man.
like different mood.
Yeah,
that's
man.
not the house, man. That's a different one, bro. So tell us about this video. Who did the production, man? The production is A1.
Yeah, that was my boy Kino, man. Shout out Kino. We just got together, you know, just directed the video. We just came up with a theme, like a Call of Duty, World War.
It's exactly, man. It's like a movie setup.
Yeah, exactly, like a World War theme. And yeah, man, we just directed it and got to work, man.
That's mad.
Yeah, man,
So
movie settings.
Yo.
What's the plan for this year, bro?
Yeah, February 25th, I'll be doing my own commercial show in my own hood, my own show in my own hood. You know, February 25th, Club Lights, we're there. End of year, we move to Penchami, you know, as in more big collabs, as in.
Yeah,
when are we going to QCA as well? When are you going there?
When are we going to?
QCD.
Next year, inshallah. Step by step. My own hood.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I
No.
believe in you so much.
Yeah.
I always tell you this. I'm not because
Even this venue that I just picked, people are telling me it's a small venue, you know. But I just love something like there's something unique about me though. You know, I don't rush. I don't rush my steps.
Yeah.
You know.
So, what's the plan for you as well, man? 2023.
Yes, bro. There's a lot of new features, different vibes as well. Like, gonna try new genres as well. You know.
So yeah, but I want to ask you this actually. In the Gambia, who would you want to have a collab with before going back to the UK?
Maybe like Attack, ST.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, man. I've been speaking to a couple artists anyways, so we've got some stuff coming through.
And I heard you were in the studio with Dels as well these days.
Yeah, Dels as well. Shout out Dels, man.
Hey, Tutti, oh my
You know what I'm
brother.
saying?
Yeah, man, but I was told
man.
we're running out of time, man. Before we take a leave of you guys, man, let me have that beat.
Yeah,
Let's
but
go
man,
ahead,
Bala Tamid, I have to show my outfit
You
because
should.
it's sponsored.
You should.
Even me
So
have to
this
show my
outfit
outfit.
is by La Lisa. Look, check it out. From head to toe.
360.
You're looking nice, man.
Marvin, do a 360. Do a 360.
And yeah, and big shout out to my boy Carl Design. He's been doing his thing as well, man. I'm proud of you as well, man. You
Carl
know?
Design did my outfit, you know. We all link up.
Yeah, man. So before we take a leave of you, man, let me
Give
have
us the
my
beat.
beat, man.
Give us the beat.
It's that
Give us the
time
beat.
of the show,
Give us the
man.
beat.
Raring, we had to get on fire.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys ready?
QTV, QTV, QTV. I'm talking about QTV.
Like you ready?
They owe we, make a banner, they go do. I say free me. I wanna go back to my home, to the smiling cozy. Many free land, ma. Dama bugani be to the smiling cozy. No place like home, yeah. Kunta, kinte, kunta, kinte, kinte. By man, no man la wara bindi. Kunta, kinte, kunta, kinte. By man, no man la wara bindi.
Hey, pull up. Stepped in the scene with my army strong, you know that I got my hood up. Any beef, man, cook up. She's trying to do Netflix and chill, but I ain't loving no. Hey, and your boy ain't calling you back. Probably broke his cook
Are
up.
we independent? Sue. Are we independent? Drop your gun and pick dependent. Drive our door them, bugo ken them. Food dependent, light dependent. They agree below a bend them. Boy, young man to judge send them. Buga them kill chop chebak pen them. Fire bend them. Oh yeah, running to free the court my toe. Hey, unko sunya ro. Malafi wala no. Wala kodole. The lie before it.
That's all we have time for.
Yeah, man, we outside.
Mad.
You went in, man.
Mad, bro.
No, you look at you, yo.
You're hard, man.
Down, you feel that.